Hello guys, so I hope you're doing great. I hope you've had an amazing weekend, amazing time. It's been a while since I recorded any video here on this YouTube channel. I've been held up by a few more things, but yeah, I think from now I'll be doing more content frequently. Yeah, so welcome to this video. So we'll basically be doing a post week and a pre-week analysis, like what has been happening over the days and what you're expecting. And we'll be doing that on one of my favorite pairs for this particular video, that is EURUSD. And then I'll also do a video for GBP/USD and gold as well. So make sure to check out all those three videos once you're done with this one. Okay, yeah, so of course my name is George, for those who don't know me, GeorgeFX Mastery. And yeah, so let's delve into this. So over time we have been having EURUSD being bullish, even on our higher time frames, that is on the weekly time frame, the daily time frame, and the 4-hour time frames. So we've been very bullish, and you can see that we've been trying to push even higher, but it's like price has created, or price has had a resistance for quite some time around this place, but we managed to break above that place late last month, that is late August. And so I'm waiting to see the reaction, or the possibilities of market pushing even higher to sweep, because now we've swept this liquidity around this high. Remember, market is a slave to liquidity. Like, we must have liquidity swept all over the market. So first we've swept this liquidity. I'm looking at a possibility where we might have market push to sweep this liquidity. That is in the case that we even have a possibility of switching bearish. But for now, unless this liquidity is swept, we are 50-50 on any reversal, any major reversals to the downside. Yeah, so that is what I'm expecting in the weekly time frame as well. I'm expecting that this week, you see, we've been respecting most of the lows. For instance, you see this week we never swept the low for this particular week. We've not swept the low for that week. We did not sweep the low for this week, and even this week we never swept the low for this week. Yeah, so we have only swept the low for last week, after a sweep of the high. So that would mean that we had taken in some liquidity, that and there were a few more orders resting above this region that led to this push, or to this bearish pump. But last week we closed slightly bullish, after some NFP bearish momentum, post NFP bearish momentum. Post NFP bearish momentum that led to this rejection, or this kind of rejection on the weekly time frame towards the close of last week. Cause by Wednesday we were very bullish on EURUSD. That is, yeah, so that is what I'm looking out for EURUSD. I'm looking at price possibly sweeping this liquidity. In simple terms, that is what I am anticipating for. So on the daily time frame, you can see that we've been pushing even higher on the daily time frame, and it's even getting more clearer and clearer as we move. And yeah, so price on Friday reacted off this daily fair value gap that was created here, and we've been having that bearish pump, and I'm expecting to see price find leverage from around this region here, where we have this order block here. So we possibly might have price drop to this to activate these orders from around this point before we can take any other trades to the upside. So that is possibly what I'm looking out for on EURUSD. That is if this bearish momentum keeps on pushing even lower, because sorry about that, because ultimately we are looking at price sweeping this low. Even in the event that we should be continuing to push price higher and higher and higher, we should be looking at price sweeping this low, because that would mean that price has swept liquidity. Then now we can be looking for more buys to the upside. Yeah, so for in the event that before that happens, or before we have this liquidity swept, we can't be sure that we should be taking even more buys from the region where market currently is. And in the event that we have market push to sweep this liquidity lying below this low, that will mean that market will have come to pick orders resting on that particular order block there. So yeah, so this is a very nice order block you can anticipate to see market reverse from. So I'll be looking out for these, and no, so that will mean that you'll have to wait, because now I know most of you guys are day traders, and like I am a swing trader. So most of you'll have to wait for price get to this order block, and then check out on the lower time frames for a change of character before we return to a lower time frame order block before you can take any particular buys. Because remember, this market with the current news that was read by the NFP and the possible Fed, the possibilities of the Fed cutting rates would mean that we might have some liquidity, some bear liquidity grab before we have any bullish pump. Because in the event that we are to continue, or we are to continue with the bullish momentum, it will mean that we have to sweep some sell side liquidity, because it's at major liquidity points that we have orders that have to be swept or orders that have to be activated. Okay, so that is the possibility of what I'm looking out for this week. That is on the daily time frame. So maybe you can scale this down on the lower time frames to try and see what you could possibly be looking out for. Let me just go through the 4-hour as my last time frame of analysis, because now, since I'm a swing trader, I'd not like to go even lower and lower and lower, because now the market gets noisier as you drop down the time frame. So on the 4-hour time frame, you can see market actually had a reversal of this fair value gap, same fair value gap here, and we also saw this fair value gap in the daily time frame. So it means that there was there was a lot of liquidity from around this point. So anybody who would have traded the news, and this is what I encourage about news trading. News trading is not much about you getting in the market just instantly when the data is being released, or just a few seconds before. It's about you knowing major liquidity points that have to be taken out, because the only thing news does not change the direction of the market. News only increases the volatility of the market during those times, so that market gets to those zones even faster. Yeah, so for instance, here you see we had this inducement here. We had an inducement here that or a liquidity that was to be swept, and after this liquidity sweep we had this ultimate, or this order block to be filled. Yeah, fair value gaps are types of order blocks, because I think order blocks are just zones with resting orders, and within a fair value gap there are orders resting there. Okay, yeah, so that is what I'm expecting. And since now we swept a buy side liquidity, I'm thinking that we might have to sweep a sell side liquidity, because after a sweep of a high we must sweep a low. So I'm thinking that we might have price push below and sweep this liquidity on this other side of the market, or on the bear side of the market. So in the event that you have the market push even lower, I'm expecting to see market go below, trade below this low, and yeah, to sweep all the liquid the orders that were the buy orders left around this point. So in the event that they are more, or the buy orders left here are more and can shift our market to bullish, then we'll wait for a change of character, and then now that is on the 1-hour time frame, on the 15 minutes time frame, before you can take any single trade. Yeah, but trade responsibly. And in the instance of this, that is what I'm looking out for on the 4-hour time frame. But now if you coincide this all this together, you'll realize, or we all know that we possibly might have market drop. I told you, oh no, it was on the daily time frame, we might have market drop to this particular order block here. And if market is dropping to this order block, you might now have to wait to see price react of this order block. But if you're a day trader, or if you're maybe an impatient guy, you can try looking for a setup to take you to that point, maybe on the lower time frames during the market open. Maybe tomorrow you might see a setup during the London session or the New York session. So you'll have to wait and see before you take a trade. But any trade that you might take, I'm thinking or looking at market sweeping or taking off these orders of this daily order block. Okay, yeah, so that is what I'm expecting on Euro USD vis-a-vis what happened last week. Actually, last week we had analyzed with a group of sub traders on Euro USD, and we're expecting a reaction of this fair value gap. And yeah, see, we had a very nice reaction of the fair value gap. So I'm still anticipating to see market sweep this low. So this is my target for the market for this particular trade of this fair value gap. But ultimately, we might have this liquidity get swept, and then wait for a reaction of this daily order block that is right here. So yeah, you can refine your entry even more and try and see anything possible of the market and whatever. And then the other instance is for we can have the price reverse from here. If you use the Fibonacci tool, you realize that price is currently trading around the golden zone. because we always say that the 50% is 50%, 60% is the golden zone. So price is currently around the golden zone, sorry. So we might see a reaction maybe from the golden zone or something like that, but for now we just have to chill and wait and see. Yeah, so in the event that price trades and closes below this 61.8% level, then you will be sure and certain that price is dropping to fill or to sweep the orders left on this particular order block after this liquidity sweep around here. Okay, yeah, but for now just stay patient in the market. That is the third and most important execution traders should take. There's a phase when you have to buy, there's a phase when you have to sell, and then there's a phase when you have to be very, very patient with the market. Yeah, so that is what I'm expecting on EURUSD. That has been me. See you on the next. So I'll be posting analysis on GPB USD as well on this channel, so make sure to also check it out. Have a very, very peaceful week ahead.